Hello and welcome to Monday. Starting the day off over at my parents' house, trying to help finish up some of that ham. So we've made sandwiches. That Christmas ham is going a long way. It is going the distance.
It was over 10 pounds.
10 pounds of ham? That's a lot of ham. Was it yesterday that all the stuff happened with the key mail, or was that the day before?
Saturday.
I don't think we ever talked about that. We haven't been able to get into our mailbox at our apartment where we live because the key just stopped working. And occasionally that happens, and we figured that it just needed WD-40'd. And Mal had asked the people at the post office to check on it, and they never did, because they were going to come WD-40 it. And you can tell when it's been done because there's like a streak down the thing, like out on the outside of the lock, and that they had never done it. So we finally did it after having not been able to get into our mailbox for a few days. And after doing the WD-40, it still didn't work. So we were in trouble because it had been like a week since we had checked our mail, and Mal decided to head up there and talk to them. And this was on Saturday. I slept like 12 hours Saturday because I was so sick. Mal got out of bed and went and dealt with it. And they said it was going to cost $26 to change the lock. And Mal's like, no, I'm not going to pay for that. It's your fault. Like, what? Because the lock just stops working? What? Did I miss a part? What?
There's a sticker on the post office box that says property of United States Postal Service.
Yeah.
For maintenance repair.
Yeah. Well, because you called first, and they didn't answer. So she went up and talked to them. They said it was going to be $26. So she said, no, you guys need to fix this. And the guy acted real weird and was like, well, I think I might have a spare lock in the back.
Yeah, we would be sitting around. I was going to throw it away.
Like, what the heck?
Yeah, we want a lock you're going to throw away.
So they came out and they replaced it. And
no, he gave me a key because there were 2 keys that came with it.
Okay.
And he said, I'll put the other key in your box after I replace it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went upstairs, or I went home, and I sat there. And eventually he came and replaced it, and I ran down there just to make sure.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, we'll try your key, and my key didn't work.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's weird. My key works. The other key he was going to put in the box.
Yeah.
And he looked at them together, and they're different keys.
So if Mal wouldn't have run out there and grabbed him when he was there,
we would have not been able.
We still wouldn't have been able to get our mail because he gave us the wrong key. So that was brilliant. But now we can finally get into our mailbox again. So Mal let our landlord know that we had the box key changed, and she said, well, if you could make a copy and send that to me, that'd be great. And take X amount of money off of your rent this month when you do that. So we have to go get a key today. We need to use Kirby's copy ability. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's kind of our agenda. Otherwise, we did a lot of great work yesterday. I know we showed off all the work that we did in the house, cleaning stuff up. The other thing I realized we never showed off, I'll have to try and remember tonight. I'm sure it's in the background of the shots of yesterday's vlog, but we hung the Kepler and Sagan pictures that Mal did a while back. We finally hung them. I don't think I ever talked about it, but probably in the background of the video. I might show them off today. Anyway, gonna finish eating this and then go get a key copied, I suppose. Also, I think I had mentioned in one of the recent vlogs that my dad had been sick, and then I got sick, and then my mom caught what I had. I think I mentioned that. Anyway, she's better. She was sick for like 1 day. I don't know why my mother has such a magical immune system, but she does. And she hasn't had a cold in over 2 years, so for her to get sick, it was really weird. But she was only sick for like, seriously, a day. And now she's better. Because whenever I walked in, I was like, how are you feeling? She's like, oh, I feel great. I'm like, how can you feel great? I mean, I had what I had for several days, and then she got it, and now I still have it, and she's already over everything. And I'm like, I don't know how you bounced back so quickly, but she's doing fine. She's 100% better, and I'm very, very jealous of her. I am feeling better. It's just, it feels like a lot of the congestion and mucus and stuff I have is coming into my chest, and now I'm starting to cough stuff out of my chest, and that's lame. I'm coughing less though, and also yesterday I had a very dry hacking cough. At least today the cough is productive. Also, it's wet. You see this? It's like...
It's raining. Rain is water.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
What?
And rain and water are wet.
Man, you learn something every day. We went to Home Depot and they couldn't do it. They said that key...
Blank.
They said the key size, was the key size they didn't have or something?
The blank that they use to cut out the teeth.
Yeah.
They don't have that size blank.
Yeah. It's not they were out of stock. It said it's just not something they did. And she also had like a ton of questions. Like she was like,
"What's this for?"
What's this for? And
Our
like,
mailbox.
It's a mailbox. For the postal service? And we're like, well, no, it's not a P.O. box. It's our apartment. Okay, but did you get it from it? And we're like, oh my lord. So we asked where we could get it done, and she said Ace Hardware at Bolanos. So we came over to Ace Hardware at Bolanos. They didn't ask any questions. They were just like, we gotcha. And they did it in like a second.
It was also cheaper than Home Depot.
And it was also much cheaper than Home Depot. So super, super nice people that work in there, and they got us taken care of. So now we got our spare key. We've actually never had more than one mailbox key.
Mm-hmm. Our landlord has a spare. That's why we had to have it made in the first place, so she could have her spare.
Yeah, so now she has a spare, and we have an extra one, which is nice because, like, if we go out of town and we have our car keys, then we can have a spare to give to my dad so he can check our mail while we're gone.
Because we have a spare P.O. box key, but not a spare mailbox key.
Yeah, because we technically have two mailboxes. We have our apartment mailbox where, like, bills come, and then we have our P.O. box, which is where you guys send viewer mail. So my dad's never been able to check, like, for bills and stuff while we're gone, so now he'll be able to do that. All right, we had one thing to accomplish today. We got it done. Now we can go home and maybe get some other stuff done.
Good.
We may have been excited for nothing, because whenever we stopped by our apartment mailbox to actually test the keys out, neither of them worked. So that was unfortunate. So we're gonna have to go back to the store and be like, these didn't work, please make them work. And we'll do that, I guess, tomorrow, because it's already late and it's raining and I don't want to go back out into that. But we started to work on some other things we needed to do at the house. A lot of the stuff in our closet has all been for summer/warm clothing time, just because it's been warm here. I mean, even now, like I said the other day, we had an 80-degree Christmas. It's going to start getting cold again, and we wanted to switch out some of the clothes that we had in there with our other closet, which is where we keep some of the long sleeve stuff. So we started to switch things out, and we're like, there's some stuff in here that we don't really wear anymore. We should just take the time and maybe get some stuff together that we don't need and take to the Goodwill. So we did. We got rid of 5 bags. There's 5 bags of clothing here, and almost all of it, almost every single thing in there is from the other closet, which is just stuff that we haven't went through in a year or more since it was cold last. And there was a lot of stuff in there that, you know, didn't fit right, and it was just old. There's some stuff in there I've had since high school, and I'm like, I'm realistically not going to wear this anymore. So we got rid of 5 bags of stuff, which was really nice. You are whining like a crazy man, aren't you? You're just probably real excited that we've left this room open, because we've had this room open, which has been really nice. And hopefully tonight, if we can keep moving and make good time on everything, Mal's can actually try and set some stuff up in here to paint, and maybe even do a test painting tonight. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Now, obviously, we still have some mail to get through. It is just November and December because we've taken care of everything else, and we just got rid of all those boxes recently for the mail that was, I think, May through October. But things are good. Things are good, and it makes you feel good whenever you get stuff done around the house. Also, once again, I'm sure these were in the shot yesterday, but here are the Sagan and Kepler things that Mal did. So these are hanging up, which is nice. All right, let's see what else we can accomplish tonight. Someone needs attention. Not getting enough attention because all of our attention has been set on this room. Let's go inside, shall we? Lights. We have lights. We have the easel set up. There is a television, so Mal can make sure that everything is, you know, at least mostly working. That television is terrible. It's really bad. That's an old television. That's one we had at college. It'll only accept 720p inputs, which is bad because the camera outputs 1080p. So I have to run it to a converter box to down play it, down convert it from 1080 to 720 before it'll even fit. Not to mention that the safe zone on the edge, I forget what the bleed area of the television is awful. Like, you can't see any of the menus, and there's like menus on the screen, so that's kind of bad. I wish there was a way I could just adjust it in some way, but I don't think I can. But right now,
These are warm.
yeah, they get really hot. Got the light set up to how I think it looks fine. There's the actual thing. Now her head's cut off because she was sitting, but yeah, just imagine that Mal.
On the pallet. It's glass, cat.
Yeah, that's the other thing. We have cats, and Mal is going to have to be doing these videos with this door open. She can't leave. She can't get the cats out, because if someone's in this room and that door's shut, those cats lose their mind. And if Mal is filming in here with, a microphone, that's going to be on video for sure. So we're going to have to leave this open. And generally, once the cats have been in here for a few minutes, then they're good. But this is going to be a struggle. Basically, I'll say what we've been saying for years. We need another place. We need a house. We need more room. But we can't get that. So maybe next year that'll work out. But right now, we're stuck here. So we're going to make this work. Mel wants to do this. So this is the spot. And it looks kind of wacky, but, on video, it's going to look...
not facing backwards.
Yeah, it's going to look fine on video. And there's a light switch, but the way, how Mal was sitting, it's blocking the light switch. This is basically the only place in the entire house I could think to even do this, so... We're going to make do with what we got. But, yeah. This is it. Are you excited?
Look, I'm using Carly's Christmas gift.
Yeah, the thing.
The canvas.
Canvas to catch
Drop
paint.
off. So our landlord doesn't kill us.
Are you going to use that stool, probably?
Until I find something that works good.
Yeah, we do have to get some sort of cart or something, table, so she can put,
this.
paints and palette and everything on there. That's the only other thing I think we really need to get. And then we're good. Probably.
I would like a stool, but I can wait. I can deal with this for now.
Yeah. It's all kind of in, I don't know, what's the word? It's evolving. It's evolving as we go. So we'll see what happens. But one of the things is that I thought we were maybe going to use these lights for Q&As and stuff also, but I guarantee you we're not. And the reason we're not is because these are set up and it's a pain to set them up, and I think we're just going to leave them in here. We'll be using the nice camera for vlogs and Q&As. That's easy to, change around, but we definitely will be leaving the lights alone, so I think we'll have our same lighting set up, but one day, everything will be fine. One day, maybe sometime next year after tax season, we'll give it one more go on a house and see what happens. Fingers crossed. Anyway, I'm going to end it here. Still got some work to do tonight, but this is good. Mal's going to do a practice painting either tonight or tomorrow. Maybe not tonight because it's getting kind of late, but she's going to do that practice painting, and then she's going to start recording episodes this week as soon as she can. They're not going to be on this. They're going to be on actual...
That's canvas board.
This is for practice. They're going to be on an actual canvas. And there's going to be more info coming out about the channel, around the time it launches, so it's going to be exciting. I'm excited. I'm excited for you. I know you're excited and anxious because this is new for you. This is a new endeavor. This is like a little different for you, but the thing is, you're a teacher. Like, that's your profession and you're good at it. So you just apply those same principles to being in front of a camera, and I think you're going to do well. I'm excited. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?